racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today, it ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta.
Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the whip. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
All day, baby, all day. There you go, 480. 51. Man, that's trash. That's trash. There you go, 46.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the ground is Michel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go, 480.
Silver.
Deuce. Hey, kill.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, G. Here I come.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Here we go, 480. Mike 54. Rip right. Watch quick. Watch the goal. Going to 52.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And the Patriot first down.
Break it up. 480. 54 miles. You don't want this.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Check right 54. Right 54. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. Record. Undercut.
On first down, McFarland. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll try the left side. McFarland. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's go. 90s Wolf. Tackles. Ready.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
53. Mike 53. So don't say
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Prescott now from the 50. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Get that quarterback.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and he's got the hook up to Moore. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. We're scoreless after 1.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. Kill.
Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, Michelle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. Go.
Tight end left.
Under.
On second and 12, Prescott. It's Kelsey on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
Watch the screen.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Yeah, baby. Here we go. Check. Walk 54.
Stay with your man.
Mike 54. Here we go, 47.
Here we go.
Right there. 54. Right there. Ready?
Now on second and 13. Prescott. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Dorsett making the catch. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Check. Walk 54. Nice, sweetheart.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second down and goal. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darius Slay with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, McFarland. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
60 Pittsburgh. Check back. 53's the moment.
On second down and 4. stick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lawson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
53's the mic. 53.
Go.
Check 53. Let's go.
Hey, exit.
53's mic. Check.
Let's go.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll get that to Michelle. Complete. It's a gain of 7, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Michelle. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing. Prescott. That's out to his running back, Michelle. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Out out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll throw on 2nd down is Stick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Henry Anderson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there,
You draw quarter.
Turn up. Kill, turn up.
5.
Here's Stick, 3rd and long. And that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Big trip.
1st and 10, Stick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Lawson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter.
Let's go one more.
Smooth. 51's the mic. Check the outs, check the outs.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stick. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Stick to throw once more. He gets this one to Boyd. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the left side. McFarland, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo. Here we go, here we go. Now.
Stick from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's Michelle once again. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And a Patriot first down.
54. Man, I got you.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down, Michel. Well, the ball is out. Michel lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like you're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Yo, Cheetah!
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Now stick. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 10, it's stick. He completes it to Boyd. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. General West. Check. Fresno. Check 50. Check 50. Shit. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Don't be scared of it. Hey, Zoo. 51 the mic, boy, 51. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this. Check 37.
From the 31, stick. Pass incomplete.
Sticks pass. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
3. Kill.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Bengals a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Stick. Complete to his tight end Sample. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Drew Sample, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott, room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. There he goes left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point safely through. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Stick looking to throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pick up there.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. A shotgun throw for Stick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Cincinnati, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum,